What is up, y'all? It is Big Logan back here in Mountaineer Van Works HQ. We are in full swing on Project MOLLEE, a Sprinter 170 all-wheel drive. This is going to a local West Virginia buyer, and we are about 3 weeks into this conversion. So if you're just catching up with us, this is episode 3 of a day in the life of a professional van builder. So after 5 years and almost 30 fully premium custom conversions under my belt, being a small business owner, entrepreneur, wanted to take you guys along in a more in-depth process of a full build. Now that I've gotten the business up and running, I've got my editor Hunter helping me do these vlogs, so I'm able to capture a little bit more detail of the day-to-day and the process of doing a beautiful dream conversion van like this custom Mercedes Sprinter back here behind me. So let's get today's episode started. Yeah. Big Logan channel. So over Christmas, we just got through the holidays. I wanted to give a shout out to my sister-in-law, Rebecca, who always gets me framed website shots. This is 3 years running. Thank you. Best sister-in-law I've ever had. Rebecca, awesome. This is nice for our, visual gallery portfolio in the shop. For folks that come in that we might not have a completed van on the showroom floor, which currently we have one that doesn't show for much right now, but it will eventually, trust me. But yeah, thank you, Rebecca, for those awesome pictures. I love our display area, our break room area. Great vibes in the shop, great place to work, living in a dream here, man. So let's get back to MOLLEE here. So where we last left off was getting the floor down, this Tech Van Life trim out piece, and these upholstered pedestal boxes to soften up those colors, and the overhead white top adventures with upholstery and dome lights. So a lot more intense conversion than just bolting up that metal plate shelf. So that was a 2-day job with this upholstery as well. Flooring went down great, and subfloor got some trim pieces on order that just came in to trim out the front and back of the floor. So the next thing I want to do is give you guys a sneak peek at the actual conceptual layout and 3D model that our customer did a really good job predefining what they exactly wanted. So they were pretty well groomed as far as the camping lifestyle. They already had a custom truck camper insert built for them from a custom builder in Idaho. So they're in the process of selling that while they're getting this built. So Sean and Denise, thank you guys so much for your patience and trusting Mountaineer Van Works to do your custom job. Like I said, again, a West Virginia local build. After that, we have a custom transit going to North Carolina. So let's get into Sean and Denise's dream build design, and I've got some cabinetry pieces to order. Yeah. All right, so this is the first sneak peek at MOLLEE and the actual layout designed up in SketchUp. Love this software. So today I'm going to jump and anticipate this kitchen galley cabinetry set, the dual symmetric wardrobes that encapsulate a floor-to-ceiling built-in shower, the large isotherm refrigerator freezer stack and microwave. And I want to get these cabinet fronts ordered in. Normally I build them custom. I'll build all the overhead cabinets, shaker fronts custom in-house because I'll have to custom build these to fit on the fly. But for the majority of these squared off pieces, I'm going to get them coming in. That'll save me a lot of time and labor, and possibly even get the drawer slide boxes ordered in. And if I have to with any of these pieces, I can modify them here at the shop, especially these ones as they are paint grade. If I need to rip down the dimensions, get them dialed in, 1/4 inch here or there, 1/8 inch, do some trimming. Same thing with the boxes if I need to modify the boxes. So I want to anticipate a lot of those pieces coming in. But yeah, this is the first look at the design layout. So large garage, 6'4" stationary queen bed, sleeping north to south. And then this is kind of the color palette we're going for. As you guys can tell, we've already got that lighter floor in, flip up kitchen galley butcher block there beside a large black stainless sink, dark fixtures, a dark slate shower tile, and a full stain grade cabinet piece here. We're calling this the pantry, and this will have a pull out table in your lap at the captain's chair swivel here. So like I said, the chair swivels are Very important in this build, as there is no formal dinette seating area. So that's going to be their main layout areas in the front of the van. So they're utilizing as much floor space as they can for a lot of cabinetry and storage. So there we go. Let's get back to it. Morning, morning, morning. What's up? It's a new day. Steroids and antibiotics. About to feel like a new man. So yesterday, not feeling too much energy. Today, I got me a $4. Look at that, Logan. $4 coffee. I got all that cabinet stuff ordered. So let's go in here in the office real quick. So I got all these cabinet fronts modeled out that run down both sides. Kind of like 2 flat views of the entire model. So that took all day to conceptualize and get down to fractions of inches. So I ordered 22 pieces. That'll be pre-made shakers and associative drawers. So I think 5 drawers. Yeah, so I actually just realized I forgot one. I'm gonna still have to custom build all the overhead cabinet fronts, and all the cabinet bodies themselves custom, but those 22 pieces are just gonna help me save on the bulk, or about 50% of the interior cabinet work that needs to go into this time-wise. Those cabinet fronts take a lot to build in-house, but I do it. Typically I do the whole entire van, unless I'm doing a repetitive, where I've done 18 ProMasters to date. Well, I can pretty well know the interior layout and cabinet sizes, so sometimes I can order in the entire van. Most of the time, I'm just building them all custom, one-off here at the shop. So yeah, that's what I did yesterday. Now let's do some work back in the van today. All right, so I got that down, ended up not liking the screws, ended up using my good glue primer. Gonna let that set in. Looks nice and clean. So that's the forward floor trim out. Now onto the back. Look how many tools it takes to just do one simple job. That never gets old. I got all kinds of stuff here, cleaning solution for the glue, and yeah, one little step. I got a couple minutes worth of cleanup and re-gear for the next thing. But no, I do like that really durable rubber lay flat product there. So I already put screw holes in this one, so I had to scrap that, cut a new piece off the reel, go for it again. The back is aluminum adhesive metal. We'll do that next. I really like this black trim piece. I've done chrome or bronze before. Pewter. Black just looks so good and premium with these light colors. Just great contrast. So custom ordered those in, those 2 different styles of trim pieces. Next up is forward blob, I call it. That's a piece of the Go Code ABS plastic there for both of these pieces. Then also right along the headache rack of the door, and coming down here, that'll probably take me into the rest of today. I'll show you those on the table. Well, they're still in packaging, but really like these products. Headache rack, passenger side blob, driver side's already in there, loose fitted. And this is that big cargo door pillar trim piece. So I upholster these again with the Marathon tweed. That's gonna take me a minute. I also have the D-pillar trim out here, but I don't put these on. That wraps around the whole back. I don't put these on until I run my wiring, so those are gonna hold. I wanna get the forward pieces on to prep for my ceiling frame out and our ceiling plank installation. So that is gonna do it for the remainder of my day today. Let's get upholstering. So I'm gonna peel back this edge seal. Got some glue prep. This has double-sided VHD as well. The main thing here, let's get this edge seal started. All right, so there's the cargo door pillar, the headache rack, passenger blob, and the driver's side blob. You can see now all this upholstery is starting to agree. Go Code gives you a trim out template printed to scale to follow that line and come back and meet your ceiling planks. I'm putting surround sound audio, so I'm gonna put 2 overhead speakers into that Go Code template trim out panel. That'll all get upholstered to match. And then they're gonna get in the rear of the ceiling planks back here above the bed, 2 more speakers in the upholstered trim out of the ceiling planks. So I'm out of breath, labor of love, still half sick with the chest stuff, but feeling a lot better today. So last day on steroids. Getting jacked and swole like Swolger. I'm gonna work on trimming out this plastic panel in the cargo door, and then you see that exposed metal in the cargo door. We sound deaden, insulate, and I make a custom panel to trim that out too. So it's 1 o'clock. I think I can get that done and call it a day. Get some more rest. So, all right, let's go. Save that rest of that upholstery for tomorrow. We got the main crew in here. Uncle Mark, the main man. Old brother Brandon. I got to work on the clutch on my buggy, so we're gonna bring that in this afternoon. We'll catch up with y'all in the morning. To be continued. Project MOLLEE. And it's another day, so yeah, I paused, changed gears there, had somebody's help me. I got a clutch issue on my side-by-side. This thing is my absolute daily commuter. Roof rack on it, I added as a Jeep Wrangler system. I go to Lowe's 3 or 4 times a week, so I mainly use that instead of running my bigger truck. Really good on gas. I love running it around. But yeah, so back in the Sprinter van Project MOLLEE, I got this 1-axis panel removed. So I'm gonna put some sound dampening and insulation where I can, not to constrict with too much of the mechanics and electronics that go on here. Definitely up top, gonna work on matching that upholstery like we talked about yesterday. And then, if time permits, gonna look at these. Upfit Supply Legend panels are over here. Again, sound insulation, dampening, and maybe upholster these. Probably do the Lindau padded foam there at your headrest area to soften those up. So I may get into that too. Let's get started. Oh, hello there. Just took a time lapse, explained to you guys what I just did, and turned the lights off in the van for the day. So now we'll go back in there and check it out. So tension member here, without leaving any dents or dings on the van, is the best way I'd like to bond panels. So I didn't want to show any hardware behind this piece here. There's nothing super critical back here, so I like to bond that without showing hardware wherever I can. So you can see all that coordinating now very nicely. I needed to order more of the Duramax Tweed Charcoal. That's the color of choice there for all this upholstery you guys have been watching me do for these back door panels. So you can see our Killmat sound deadener all the way around where needed. The factory is really good about putting these in, but I go and ding the panels and test. So mainly the mid-drift panels. I'll do a little bit more around the AC unit for vibration back here on both sides. And then that big Legend box that you guys seen over here is now unpacked. Again, thought I explained all this in a time lapse. It's hard to hear. But yeah, these are insulated, very nice high quality pre-cut panels. So those, I need more Duramax Tweed to cover that material, and the trim out pieces overhead I was telling you guys about. Once the ceiling goes up, speakers go in, and we trim the ceiling planks out at the front headliner and the back D-pillar. So right now, these are the pieces of hardware that come with the Legend kit. They're self-tappers that take us around that entire door perimeter. But I don't like the color, so I'm putting these down, and we're gonna paint them black. So I'm gonna do adhesion promoter and then a 2X paint primer, about 3 coats, make it nice and durable. And then when these go on, if I do happen to chip the Phillips head, I'll go back in with a paint pen and touch them up once it's on. So that'll come at some point in the build when my materials land. For now, the next step of the build will be to frame at least the ceiling, maybe the walls too, start anticipating our layout. So that's a wrap for me today. I'm just poking some things in foam and gonna paint those, and good day on those other pieces. So see you tomorrow. This is Lundy, Studio 35 Graphics. He's got the hoodie on today too. But yeah, Lundy does amazing work. So check this out, y'all. That's a vinyl wrap on our shroud, so the nature of taking branches or road debris, we're painting it in the past. Way higher quality product, and I think we're gonna have Lundy look at some other graphics for our buyer. We are conceptualizing some ideas, so I won't say anything yet, but Lundy's here for a couple different things, so thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Little visitor in here. This is John Weston, John Boy's boy. We got the bike and the quad here in case they want to play a little bit, do some ripping. You gonna try it? Try and pedal a little bit with your feet, just like walk. There you go, just walk a little bit. There you go. The old balance bike, nice. More visitors today. What's that? Yeah. You want off the bike? Okay, I'll help you. Let's try this. Okay. Then you put your legs around it. Oh, there you go. Now put your feet up here. Put your feet up. There you go. Yeah. What do you think? Yay! High five. Come on. All right, and back. There's John Boy. Yeehaw! Yeah. Get some. Get some. Ah. Different day, same shirt. It's a work shirt. I just went to Walmart, got a couple more of them. These are the Support Veterans fundraiser. So got a couple more. I will change my shirt during the week. You guys will keep me accountable. I just work in them though. So yeah, my buddy Caleb's coming into town today. It's Friday now. I've got all the plywood that we're gonna start with for framing the van and the custom cabinetry right here. And I'm gonna wait for him to get into town and help me unload all this. So I've got about 11 sheets to start. I'll probably need a couple more to finish the build. I do have a couple left over in my storage bay here. So this is my wood section. I don't think I've showed you guys this. Had some old rough cut from Uncle Mark. Got to make this drop storage area. Lots of butcher block, plywood pieces, and then strips and full sheets go in this kind of vertical way. It's not the best way to store plywood. Perfectly flat is ideal, but for the essence of how much space I have and what I need to do in this single bay, so this one whole bay is my dirty fab bay. Then we got the build bay is the high bay. Guess I'm just doing an impromptu van shop tour here, so. And then this is always the flex bay. I either park in it or we'll bring a detailed van in, bring somebody's car in on the weekend if we need to turn some wrenches on it or tinker or whatnot. So I do like having this one never really fully occupied, but flex bay. So really nice way to spread out. Love this place. Thank you to Wayne Young for building this shop for me and letting me rent and lease this from you. Exciting. All right, we're gonna get Beamer in here and unload some plywood, and y'all have a great weekend. So thank you guys for watching. Again, next week we will be framing, probably get into the ceiling planks, ceiling finish work, and more insulation, sound deadening. Man, we're getting there. We're getting right to the halfway point. Electrical and plumbing goes pretty quick, and then the downhill slope, the descent to the airstrip with the gear down is all the custom cabinetry pieces flying in. So when systems utilities are in and tested, we'll get it wrapped up. That's probably gonna be in February sometime. So you guys stay tuned. We'll be posting with old Hunter helping me edit about every week. We're trying to stick to a week. So if you guys wanna see Project MOLLEE here, the Sprinter 170, keep tuning in. We'll get them up for you. All right, guys, have a good week. Peace.